Hey, welcome everybody. This is Tickle, also known as Tickle Nuts. And I want to welcome you, my free Bitcoin enthusiast fellows. And you may remember Tickle from such educational films as Pimping Your Mother for Bitcoin or How to Take Advantage of Foreigners, a comprehensive guide to scamming Alibaba. Just kidding. But today, real quick, we are going to have a math lesson. But don't worry. This is the good type of math that'll make you money. So if you'll open your browsers to a new tab or a new window and go ahead and open this link, and I would encourage you to go ahead and do my reference link because I share my referral earnings with my referrals. So even if you don't want to follow the video's instructions, you can sign up, earn Bitcoin for nothing, just for being my referral. Because I'm a nice guy, I'm a nice young boy that's not that young anymore. So, here's on to our math lesson. In 1202 AD, a guy named Leonardo Pisano came up with a particular sequence of numbers called the Fibonacci Sequence. This is important to us. Won't go into it. I could, but I won't. The reason we need it is because the way the numbers add on to each other allows us a unique opportunity to enjoy losing and winning and make money both ways at our free bitco.in multi-BTC game. So, here's what the Fibonacci sequence is, alright? It's very simple. It's basically just a number plus the number that came before it added together is the next number in the sequence. For instance, 0 plus 1 equals 1. So the next one in the sequence is 1 plus 1 equals 2. And I bet you get where this goes. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, and so on and so forth. Now, this is how we will bet. We will continue along this sequence every time we lose. This is why we don't mind losing, because what it's doing is it's actually bumping up our bet. So if we keep adding to this, so if I've lost here, 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 and here, and I just lost 5 to my last bet, I'm going to add 5, the number I just lost, plus 3, the previous one before that, to get my next bet, which is 8. And if I win that bet, then I'm going to go backwards 2. So you lose, you go forward 1. You win, you go backwards 2. So if I had won that 8 bet, I'd be back. That would be my next bet. Okay? So if I had lost the 8 bet, I'd move on to 13, just 1 ahead. But if I'd won it, I'm going to go back 2. And the reason for that is so that we're always making more money than we're losing. Novel, isn't it? Now, one thing to keep in mind is these can add up pretty dang quickly because they're somewhat exponential. Not really, because they're different than that, but it adds up quick. It feels like that. So, just so you're aware, you kind of want to start with a bit of a bankroll. Doesn't have to be huge if you're careful, but you need something to go with. A few days just collecting your free rolls on the website will be plenty. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let's see it in practice, shall we? Okay. There are very few settings we need to set on this at all. We are not going to be using auto bet because they don't have the right setup for us to do this. So everything's manual, and it takes patience. And you need to stick to the plan, and you need to focus so that you can get it done, even though it gets boring. One thing that we're going to use to our advantage is instead of just going with a straight, 1-for-1 payout, we're going to bump this up a little bit. Not enough that it's going to affect our chances too bad, but enough that it'll give us that extra advantage as far as winnings. Okay? So now we're going to get that extra 30% on our wins, and every loss will be accounted for by a win. And that's what we make sure of by following this sequence, okay? So we're going to ignore the first 0 and the first 1, because technically the Fibonacci sequence is 0, 1, 1, 2. So that first 0, first 1, out the door. Don't care about them because we're starting at 1. We're not going to be betting with 0. So let's move on. Let's just get started. We'll roll on this so you guys can see what's going on. So we change that to 2, 3. Nothing else to do. All right. Hey guys. Just had to pause this for a second. Tickle messed up on the original video. Forgot to mention, it's important, stick to the same bet. If you want to choose high, stick with it. Low, stick with that one. Just don't go back and forth. Consistency is the key to this. Just important side note, had to add in. Hit a bet. Back to the video. We lost that one. So here we go. So that's going to go to 2. Lost another one. So what do? We had 2 plus 1, the previous one, which gives us 3. Okay. All right. This is good. We're doing some losing at first. That's a good thing. Get used to liking losing. It's the way we make money here. All right. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Whoops. 5. Okay. Now, I want you to notice something. This is what we won. Okay, so even though what we're going to be doing by going backwards 2 here is going to help us make up for losing that all the way up to that, we're still making a little bit more money than what we've lost anyway. So even if we're kind of bouncing around the bottom numbers for quite a while, you're still making a little bit. So we're going to go back from 5. The next number back is 3, and the number before that is 2. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go from 5 to 2 because we won. Okay, now we lost. Lost, we go forward 1. Win, we go backwards 2. That's how we make up for our losses and how we always are moving ahead. Okay? So, to 3. Awesome. To 5. I'm hoping we can get a decent sequence of losing going on here so you guys can see how quickly this can potentially add up. And that's generally where it gets you into trouble. I'm starting with a decent bankroll today. Well, just over 3,000, and that's really no more than having had some previous wins, so I have a little extra bonus money coming through. I never signed for this, by the way. It's just the same gambling website scam type of thing, where you have to roll over the money so many times. I don't like doing that, so I never take that. But if you do all right for a while, they tend to give you bigger bonuses in the get-go anyway. So, let's see if I can't get this going to where we... Oh, see, I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to talking to you guys, and I went backwards when I should have gone forwards. That will happen. So, we'll just pretend like I didn't. We're just going to go ahead and keep bumping up, even though I lost. So I did it last time, switch. I know I'm confusing for you. I'm sorry. Okay. So, there we go. Now when you get to 1, you're obviously not going to go less than that because that would be pointless. So if you get to 1 and you just keep winning, just keep winning. Just keep hitting bet that those are the ones. Those little onesie twosies. If you get a sequence of those, that'll just keep you rolling. I mean, it's going to help add your numbers, pad your numbers. So nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not ever losing, it doesn't matter. So, as an example, I'm going to go ahead and bump up my bet to show you how crazy it can potentially get, because you will, believe me, get a sequence of losing where you get, and I don't have one on this page, but I've had them where you're going all the way down. This to this is all red. Well, that adds up real freaking quick. So let's say I'm up at, well, let's pick a number in the sequence, shall we? Let's say I'm up at 233. Should we? See what happens there. Okay, so 233. and I lost again. All right, so 233. Okay, 233 plus 144. Okay, so it's gonna be 377. Okay, well there we go. And this is where that benefit of that 0.3 comes in, because you bet 377, now you just won 490. Okay, so on top, this 377 covers everything up to getting to it. This is bonus. Now we're going to go back to, so 244 and then to, or I'm sorry, 144, or no, 233 to 144. So 144 is going to be your next bet. I usually can do this math in my head, but I'm kind of trying to concentrate on staying lucid and making sense for you guys. Hopefully it should all make sense. It's pretty straightforward, just basic math, which I'm not having the best time at right now, but you get the point. So as you keep going, especially if you haven't had a chance to really do very well at this in the past on this website, you start getting all sorts of bonuses and different things that you can start adding up. Like earlier this morning when I was just kind of playing around, I made about $60 and ended up losing it because I got anxious and I got up high in the numbers. And sometimes when you've been sitting here clicking these buttons for a good hour, 2 hours, because this is a pretty successful method, you'll get up there and you'll start with maybe 3 digits here, and all of a sudden you're looking at closing in on that period up here, and or that dot, the decimal point, and it gets exciting. It does. But you need to stay focused. This only works if you follow the system. I hope this has been educational. I hope you guys do really good and win a lot of money. But please, please, please make sure you follow my link, and I will make sure to send my referrals down the line to all of you. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to. I have another video I'll be making here in the next few days that shows how this system can be applied to roulette, both in live versions and online. And I'll tell you one thing, if you don't have a lot of money left at casino and you want some free drinks and just to relax for a bit, there's no better way than sitting here and playing this strategy at roulette. Or if you want to make some money and you have a good bankroll, great way as well. Tune in about a week. I'll have that video up. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.